Well, it's been 50 years since civil rights campaigner Martin Luther King Jr. paid the ultimate price for social justice and equality in America. The Freedom Riders, who were at the forefront of the struggle with Dr. King, are taking stock half a century since his death. TV's News' Mofe Ashenku reports.
They were known as the Freedom Riders, and among the group was Bob and Helen Singleton. They were both inspired by King's example. Bob Singleton only met civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. once, but that meeting changed his life.
He was able to make you feel that whatever burden you might be carrying, carry it with dignity and hope, and then also take action.
It was early 1961, and the 24-year-old college student was protesting Woolworth's racially segregated southern lunch counters at the picket line outside the company's Hollywood store when King was introduced to him by a mutual acquaintance.
And so we went into the actual terminal, and I saw the whites only sign up above a door, and I knew that's where I'm going.
Soon after that meeting, Singleton organized a group of UCLA students to travel to Jackson, Mississippi, to enforce federal desegregation laws at the city's train terminal. The Singletons and hundreds of other young Freedom Riders were arrested and jailed, but by November, the federal ruling prohibiting segregation on interstate transportation facilities was being enforced across the South.
When we were asked to leave the dining area at the railroad station, we did it after we were arrested, and we went to jail. Our intent was to stay in because the mantra was go to jail, stay in jail, no bail, and that was what it was about.
But the civil rights struggle was far from over. On April the 4th, 1968, King was killed on a motel balcony in Memphis by an avowed segregationist. Farrell traveled to Atlanta for his funeral. The Singletons and Farrell agree there has been significant progress in racial equality in the 5 decades since King's death, but all are dismayed at the current state of U.S. race relations.
I and my colleagues have been involved in this for 50, 60 years. And look at the intensity and levels of commitment that are coming now from younger people. And notice that despite whatever we did to bring about the change that we helped bring about, and we did succeed.
Now, a lot has changed. The signs came down. There's no more overt racial discrimination in hotels and restaurants. However, when you make that sort of change, your opposition goes to, they go undercover, if you will. But in this case, they took off the hoods and the Klan, and they put on 3-piece suits.
Mofe Ashenku, TVC News.